Welcome, everybody, to the All Stars and Stripes Heroes Connection meeting. And I'll go ahead and get us started. We always start with a little bit of humor. So the kid said to the dad, "What's your favorite day as a soldier? What was your favorite day as a soldier?" The dad said, "The first time I sent some private to find batteries for the chem lights." I asked my son that's in Japan about that today, and he's like, "Oh yeah, we haven't done that one," but he told me a couple others that they've done. All right, so for the next 55 minutes, we start each meeting with a minute of silence. You can do whatever you want with that. I like to pray for my sons who are serving and also for all of our nation's heroes who are on the front lines. And we have a minute for the Pledge of Allegiance, 2 minutes for the national anthem. And then we talk a little bit about what this group is, the who, what, where, when, how, and why. And I also talk about what the scuttlebutt.club is. And then each person will get a chance to give their 60-second elevator pitch or business brief. And then we'll have a hero highlight and our spotlight speaker, which is Dr. Patricia Rogers today. So we're in for a treat. We'll have an inspirational thought and announcements and reminders. And then everybody can hang out and visit. We get done early. So we'll start with a minute of silence. Thank you, everybody. Now we'll start with the Pledge of Allegiance. If you're able to stand, let's see. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one
one
nation,
nation,
under
under
God,
God, indivisible,
with
with
liberty
liberty
and
and
justice
justice
for
for all.
all. And then we will have our national anthem next.
Please rise as our nation's colors are presented by the Joint Armed Forces Color Guard from the Military District of Washington. Forward! Including members of the Army, Marine Corps, Navy, Air Force, Space Force, and Coast Guard. And now, to perform our national anthem, joined by American Sign Language performer, 10-year-old Seven Chandler from the Marlton School in Los Angeles, California, please welcome three-time Grammy Award-winning vocal group, Pentatonix.
I absolutely love that group.
I do too.
All right, so who, what, where, how, and why. This group is for military veterans, first responders, advocates, and nonprofits, their families, and anyone who wants to do business-to-business networking with us, I should say. And what is the group for? About just sharing helpful information with one another, a connection hub for businesses and organizations that want to connect with or are run by our nation's heroes. And also for us to help promote one another's businesses, services, or organizations. And people are from sea to shining sea. We meet on Zoom, or if you're even on the sea, take a cruise, no excuse. You got internet access. We we love to have you. When do we meet? Mondays at 3 o'clock, and make the adjustment for your time zone. And how do we meet? Just typical Zoom courtesy. No Zoom bombers. and then why do we meet? Just to be resourceful, help connect, set up one-to-one meetings, and I hope you all are doing that. Camaraderie and encouragement, collaboration, empowerment, fellowship, and more. The scuttlebutt.club, which I have updated with the registration link you can share with people. If you scan that QR code, it'll take you there. It's the landing page that I created through Elify for it. And there's recordings from our previous meetings. I've got to catch up on that as usual. And there is a form at the bottom that you can fill out if you want to be a spotlight speaker. Please pick as many dates as you can possibly do, so it makes it easier for me to schedule. But that Zoom link that's on there is actually updated with the registration link now. And that's what it looks like on the computer. We're up to 1,514 members on Alignable, 710 on the Military Spouse Entrepreneurs Sister group that we have. And I don't have the number for Facebook, but we're over 100. Woohoo! So be sure to go on there and invite your friends on Facebook to the group. You never know. People may have family and have side businesses that they want to promote or just want to do business with us. So I am going to stop sharing, and I will call on each of you. Tom, you made it. I'm impressed by every one of you for making it today, because I did put a few more hoops to jump through to get here today. And if y'all didn't hear earlier, we had a little bit of Zoom bombing last week, and we don't need that. So that link that you got emailed should work for all of the future meetings as well. All right, so I'm going to call on you, and if you would give your 60-second, but hold on a second, I have a clock I want to use so that we can stay on time and give Dr. Patricia Rogers her full time. So let me see, cancel. Okay. Oh, good, there, I've got it. So I will have
if you want, Angela, I'll do the timing.
Oh, that would be great. Thank you. Yes. Do you have to be I don't think you have to be a co-host, do you?
No.
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 Okay, well,
just set the timer. They have an app on. If you look under more, there's an app.
Yeah, I had that, but it's hard to do both at the same time. So thank you. I would appreciate that. And I'll call on you last. So, all right, let me call on Ruben.
Hello, everybody. Ruben Carrillo here. I'm an artist, and I apply my artwork weekly on Instagram. So if you check out Carrillo_arts, you'll see my latest paintings. I do one a week with veterans on Wednesday afternoon. And there is a nonprofit organization I belong to here in St. Louis called the Kaufman Fund. And what I do is I donate my art there, and then they distribute it to sources for veterans in any need that they have. And again, too, I recommend that, we got the holidays coming up, and Janet Hudson introduced me to a beautiful way to convey love is through send out cards. So I would definitely get in touch with her and myself to see if we can do that. Take care. Bye.
Sorry, I think I messed up your timer. I didn't realize I had to have mine open. So
I'm going, hey, wait a minute. How come it's
we'll
stopped?
try that again. And Ruben, you were in undertime, so great job. I definitely encourage y'all to get a hold of Ruben, especially for setting up your QR codes. They're really awesome because you can change the link that your QR code directs people to. And most QR codes are not like that. Once you set it, that's it. So it's pretty awesome. It's kind of dynamic. All right. I will call on Janet Hamilton. Sorry.
I did the same thing earlier, Janet. Don't worry. I'm Janet Hamilton from the Anomaly Factor podcast and coaching website. And I use compassionate inquiry, transparent and relational communication to heal people from chronic post-traumatic stress disorder and whatever's ailing them, actually, emotionally. So that's it. Thank you.
Great job, Janet. That was a 30-second one, and you told us pretty much everything you do. Very good. All right, let's see. I'm going to go with the rest of the ladies here, and I'll go to Janet Hudson. And then Bob, if you want, do y'all have the same one, or do you have separate?
They're the same. We're a team with LifeWave.
Okay, okay. So go ahead and get started there.
Sure, I'll start, babe. Sorry, we were a little bit discombobulated at the beginning. I couldn't get my sound to work, but finally got it to work. So bringing you technology for healing through the company called LifeWave. We have patch technology that will actually elevate a copper peptide and turn your own stem cells back on. Yes, it sounds like science fiction. It's just amazing science. And we're proof of that from the things that have been healed on us and all the people that we've helped over the last 2.5 years. So what would you like to add, babe?
Just real quick that, everybody says that, we have a stem cell activating company, but the whole thing is we are the only company out there that can do it for each and every one of you. We have a unique company. It's #1 in the world. It's a great opportunity to join a great team.
Thanks, babe.
Oh, is that the end of the Zoom? Of the time? Ah, how cool. Okay. I love it. All right. Thank you so much, Janet and Bob. And now we'll go with Mary Gant.
Hey, hi everyone. Now that it's November, it's time to start putting your list together of who you're going to give gifts to and what kind of gift. Photo gifts make wonderful gifts. They're a gift from the heart. They let the person know you love them. Forever has 2 new unique gifts out. One is an ornament. All the ornaments now come in this velvety pouch, but the new version they have this time is a snow globe ornament. So you get you can actually play with the snow on the ornament and the pics on the inside. You have to see it in person to really appreciate it. The other thing is, remember that Stanley mug everybody was fighting all over to get? You can get one better. You can get one with your photos on it. Anywhere from 1 to 7 photos can go on this mug. So if you need help with ideas on what to give, or you think you know what you want, but you just need help putting it together, I can put the photo gift together for you. I'm Mary Gant, your photo coach, because your memories are worth preserving.
It's kind of cool because it's kind of like a commercial at the end and you hear the music going off. I love that. All right. Nancy.
Hi, everyone. I'm Nancy Cable. I'm a health and wellness expert for Engage Global. And you're all like, who's that? Never heard of it. So the company's been around 10 years, and we actually give back to our veterans, which is why I'm here. So all of our products are 50% off for any veteran. The very first one, this is the one, it's called Micro Daily. I'll get it right there. our government came to Dr. Prasad and said, how can you help our soldiers on the insides of their bodies? So after 4 years, 14 clinical studies, Dr. Prasad developed a formula that has 7 US patents in 1 micronutrient vitamin. So the patents range from tinnitus, ringing in the ears, to help lower your blood sugar, to help take radiation out of our bodies. Dr. Prasad is the world's first radiation biologist in the world, and he's developed 15 more products since he first introduced Microdaily to our soldiers. So I love to give back. That's my passion, to make people feel healthy again. And I've been with the company 10 years, but the product is till you actually try it. We have free samples. But any veteran out there they've grown one. They actually got the chance to take our products. They loved it. So anyway, just want to reintroduce it to them. If you want more information, let's do a one-on-one with Nancy Cable. Thank you.
Thank you, Nancy. Okay, we will move along to Deborah.
Hi, I am Deb Cobb, and I am an independent beauty consultant with Mary Kay. What I do is quite simple, actually. I provide a service that makes people feel good. Y'all have skin, and that is where I focus first, is on skincare. And for women, then we go into the cosmetic realm. And currently, we are the #1 skincare and cosmetic brand in the world. So thank you very much.
You. All right. And then Dr. Patricia Rogers, would you like to give us a teaser? No? You want to? Okay. We'll roll it into your presentation. And then let's see, we'll go with Richard Brooks.
Well, hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Richard Brooks out of Clarksville, Tennessee, and I'm with Providing Solutions. I have a couple of solutions, but the one main solution I want to mention today is My AI, which is a really tremendous low-cost AI-driven social media tool that it can save you a lot of time and save you a lot of money. Because low cost, you can get all your social media done and really make it look good in just a few minutes each day. So that's what I do. And again, thank everyone for their service.
Thank you, Richard. And we'll move on to Ron Mayo.
Hi, I'm Ron Mayo, and what I do is I try to educate people about the problem that is out there that they don't even know about. Most people have no idea that most of the major airlines make more money off of their credit cards than they do off of their flights. And the people are just getting hammered with fees. And we have Starfish, which is a better way to pay and be paid. And it allows us to completely bypass the credit card system when we pay it over 600, almost 650 stores that we're partnered with. And I want to let people know that they don't have to keep doing things the way that it's always been done. They can change how they shop and help people get money back in their pocket.
Thank you, Ron. And Ron and I had a great one-to-one week or so ago. So I encourage y'all to be setting up those one-to-ones. Let's see, I will go to Dennis, and then after that, Tom will go to you.
Right. Hello. Thank you, Angela. My name is Dennis Schroeder. I am a retired Army Medical Service Corps officer. I spent 24 years in uniform. I live not terribly far from you, Richard, in White House, Tennessee, just about a half hour north of Nashville. And I run a nonprofit organization called the Price of Freedom Foundation. The Price of Freedom Foundation is dedicated to researching, documenting, preserving for the future, and telling to as wide of an audience as possible in written and video forms the complete life stories of those who died while in service or proximate to their service. And we're definitely looking for folks that want to come on board and help us with telling stories, finding us corporate sponsors, volunteering, writers, and the like. So thank you very much.
Thank you. Yeah, so there's 3 Tennessee peeps here today. All right, and then now Tom, let's hear from Thomas Long.
How you doing, guys? Thomas Long here. My story is I'm a 100% disabled veteran. Spent 8 years bedridden from 2015 to 2022. During that time, a 2-time suicide survivor, former alcoholic. This month, I've become 7 years sober. And, my life went haywire during those 8 years. I gained I've got up to 348 pounds. I took back my life in January of 22 when they told me that my liver was dying. The VA was killing it with all the pharmaceuticals and all the injections that they were doing constantly every day, every week. So I focused on my gut, got my gut health right, took back my life, started using the proper nutrients and vitamins, got it correct, helped my life. Now I'm here to help my fellow veterans and the communities around them do what I did, that they don't have to be succumb to nonstop pharmaceuticals and surgical intervention to take their life back. Thank you very much. God bless, and thank you everybody for your service, and Angela for being a Gold Star family. My prayers go out to you every day.
Thank you, Thomas. Appreciate that. All right, let's see. I guess that leaves us with Santa Papa John. Did I get everybody else? Pretty sure I did.
Start us off?
Yeah. Okay, Santa Papa John, it is your turn. You gonna time yourself? Okay.
I'll even time myself. All right, folks, I'm Santa Papa John, and yes, I dress like this year round because we need more smiles in this world. It's a pretty mixed up world. How do I do that? I do happy birthday videos, Santa check-in videos. I'm reading stories to the kiddos now. Can you imagine me reading a story to your family with your children or your grandchildren there, and I implement their names in the story. But more importantly, my timer just covered up my badge. That got trademark approved last week, so I am the owner of the trademark. So that's kind of cool and exciting. But my newest one for all the veterans out there, thank you for your service. My website is now gone live. The Warriors Beacon of Hope, and I'm on a mission to create a national list of services so that there's an alternative for the 4, 5, 6, 7, 10-month wait to get services for our veterans. The Warriors Beacon of Hope.
Thank you, Santa Papa John. And I want to thank everybody here who has served, and thank everybody who supports those who are serving or have served our country. Now I am Dr. Patricia. You'll have plenty of time today because everybody did a great job staying in their time limit. So great job. And let me get rid of this timer thingy. Can y'all see my screen?
Yes.
All righty. So our hero highlight today is, of course, Dr. Patricia Rogers. Now, isn't that a beautiful young woman there? So, Patricia, can you tell us in a couple of minutes here about what led you to go into this service and about your service?
Can I tell you about my service?
Yeah,
that's a part of my presentation.
Oh, is it?
Go ahead and share.
Well, I tell you what, how about if we go ahead and we'll just, you can have probably, I think we're good for you to take 20 minutes to share between all of that. So that way you won't be rushed. And this is the information that I would have for Dr. Patricia Rogers, and encourage y'all to reach out to her, set up one-to-ones, follow her on her social media. And I'm gonna escape so that she can share her screen with us. And
okay.
Wait, let's see, stop share. I had the wrong thing. There you go.
Okay, hello again, everybody. I'm happy to be here. Love this group.
We're
And
happy to have you. We're happy to have you.
yes. Okay. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and do it the old-fashioned way here. Y'all let me know if y'all can see my screen.
It's coming up. Yes.
You can see my screen?
Yes, you're on slide 2. Mhm.
Hey, okay, can you see my full screen?
Yes.
Okay, my name is Dr. Patricia Rogers. Everybody see that? And I'm a visibility strategist. And of course, I'm going to share a little bit today about visibility in a virtual world. If you all believe that we are living in a virtual world, wave your hand in the air like you just don't freaking care. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Absolutely, because we're on this platform, we're virtual. And I'm going to share a little bit about what inspired me to become an entrepreneur. What inspired me? If you know anything about politics in the workplace, ladies and gentlemen, wave your hand in the air. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Okay, so that's exactly what inspired me to become an entrepreneur. I worked 12 years in the military. And of course, I worked 29 years in the corporate arena, law enforcement. I did 29 years in law enforcement. And of course, I was sick and tired of the politics in the workplace. So I took my retirement and I ran, never to look back again. And of course, in order to prepare for my retirement, I used to I still market a service called Legal Shield, but that was my pride and joy at the time. And I would host events in my backyard and bring all the entrepreneurs together so that they can share what they do. And I knew that they would hear what I do. So that was just my way of bringing us together. I always enjoy bringing people together. And of course, during that time, I purchased the food, I purchased the music, the DJ, basically with the music, the table, the chairs, the tents. And guess what? It was all for free. And of course, after that, again, preparing for my retirement in law enforcement, I joined Women's Prosperity Network because I wanted to be a part of a community because of the fear that came with me retiring and leaving that family behind that I was so used to, accustomed to. And I joined Women's Prosperity Network, and my coaches, Nancy Matthews and Trish Carr, said to me, Pat, you're already hosting events in your backyard for free. All you have to do is monetize. And of course, that just made some sense to me. So, of course, what I did then, I said, well, I'm going to jump in and take this public speaking training that they offer. And that's where the investing in myself came into play. Because in the corporate arena, I got everything for free. You know, travels, everything was for free. And I took this training, and I'm so glad that I did, because if I had not taken the training and stayed connected to this community for the past 9 years, I would not be before you right now. And of course, after that, I got my nerves up and I started hosting in-person events. And that's when I started charging for tickets, as well as the speakers secured their speaking opportunities, because speakers and speaking at events, virtual or online, in person or virtual, are an investment into our business. So I got over asking for the sale. And of course, 2014, 2015, 2016, 2017, 18, and 19. Of course, these last 3 years, I was always on social media, but the last 3 years, people started coming from everywhere, flying in from all over the place to attend and to speak at our events. And that's when I really learned that consistency on social media builds momentum. So can anybody tell me what happened? Come off mute and tell me what happened in 2020. Anybody, come off mute. 2020. What happened in 2020? Come on. COVID, absolutely. And ladies and gentlemen, I want you to know that crisis opened doors of opportunity. Crisis opened, it reveals what it did for me, and I'm sure others. It reveals revealed opportunities that were hidden. And when the crisis come, a lot of people started developing these skills that they didn't even know they had. And I know I'm guilty of that. I was one of them. So crises are not all bad. And then, of course, crises enhances our resilience when we face it and overcome it. It enhances our resilience. I always say, all we have to do is outlive the crises. Innovation and creativity. Individuals as well as organizations learn to think outside of the box, and that's huge. Not to mention that crisis strengthens relationships. We come together during a crisis, and I'm sure we all have seen that happen because we are currently global. And again, virtual world that we live in, I want to ask a question. When the pandemic came, the pandemic sent many of us in a direction that some of us are still unwilling to go. Does anybody know where that is? Come on, y'all entrepreneurs. Anybody know where that is? Where did the pandemic push some of us in an area that some of us just still don't want to go? Well, I'm going to help you out. Social media. How about that? Social media. And of course, the question might rise, well, why is visibility so essential? Visibility is essential for so many reasons if we're going to be successful as entrepreneurs. Visibility allows us to, on this social media landscape, people need to be able to easily find us. And as entrepreneurs, we must stay in front of as many people as possible. And of course, when they find us on social media on this landscape, what happens? They're going to review your profile. So that means my profile needs to be attractive. It needs to be up to par. It needs to be professional, and it needs to definitely have all of my contact information. Why? Because I'm an entrepreneur. And of course, when we are on social media, not only will they look at our profile, but the content that we post is very important. Why is that? Because the content that we post on social media is what attracts the right people to us and to our profiles. And of course, when we attract the right people, then of course, engagement starts. And of course, we are able to interact. And when we are able to engage and interact, that's when the magic in my world, that's when the magic starts, because now I'm able to build those relationships and have those conversations, and that possibly leads to what we call profitable relationships. So some entrepreneurs that don't like social media, they say, well, how in the world do I increase my social media? How do I increase my visibility on social media? Well, I want to tell you several. It's about 14, 15, maybe more landscapes out there, profiles, platforms out there. And I'm going to say, as for me, I initially started off just getting it all up. Well, of course, y'all know all platforms are not equal. So eventually what I had to do was weed out those that did not work for me, that was not giving me whatever it is that I was looking for. And that was the particular clients that was interested in speaking at events, in my case at that time. So of course I weeded out. And then I started focusing on those platforms that was allowing me to to build those relationships that I wanted with those individuals who wanted what I had, or I wanted what they had. Now, where's the real problem at for entrepreneurs? We know how to build relationships. We know how to network. We know how to show up, get up, suit up, and show up. But the problem is, and I believe this is my opinion, the problem, one of the biggest problems that we all have, I said we, that includes me, is the follow-up process. It's a follow-up process. And we all know the fortune is in the follow-up. So why is it that people do not follow up? I'm going to give you a few of my own reasons. One reason is because people fear rejection. Nobody likes to be told no. But guess what? I'm going to tell y'all how I got over that, because I had to get over that too. But the way I got over that, I had to think to myself one day, well, you don't buy everybody products. You don't need it all. So sometimes you have to say no too. So What makes me so special that I can't be told no? And then my coaches always teach us, they say, honey, it's just a conversation. So I got over that one real quick. And then, of course, there's the lack of organization. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're not organized, I always say, where there's no order, there's chaos. Because if I don't know where what I need is when I need it, then of course, what am I going to do? I'm going to go in a direction where I'm comfortable. And that may not be what's going to bring me the income that I'm looking for. So that's something, organization is very, very vital to our business. And of course, then there is the assuming the disinterest of other people. And I went through that recently. I had a young lady, she wanted to speak at our December event that's coming up. And we talked extensively, our one-on-one. She didn't pay her obligation within the time that she said she was going to pay it. And of course, people are always standing in line because what one won't do, another one will. And just as I was about to close out those last two spots, and she was already on the banner, I started not to call her. But something in my spirit said, you need to do your follow-up. Just call her anyway. So, of course, I called her, and she could not stop thanking me enough for calling her. So with that, I'm just saying sometimes, and that was a vital lesson too to me because it's true. Sometimes we assume, well, if she wanted it, she would have got it. If she wanted, she would have called back, followed through on her word. But the real reality of it, ladies and gentlemen, is the fact that sometimes people forget. And I always say that 500-pound phone is something else. But at any rate, she did secure her seat. And so I'm glad I made that sale. Public speaking at virtual events increases our visibility. And I know y'all know that. And I am a visibility guru, as well as I enjoy hosting virtual events. And we've hosted probably over 60, 70 events online since the pandemic. I've even opened up another opportunity for me where I have I teach people how to host events. So we have event platforms all over the place in our little network. And I want to say kudos to Richard because Richard has become a part of our network, y'all. But at any rate, so basically all of our speakers at our events, they get a virtual background. That's mandatory. The virtual backgrounds are mandatory at our events, as well as we make sure we give you a copy of the email list. All of our speakers, the email list is ready to download into your Gmail. We don't want you rummaging through the chat. We also make sure you get a complimentary ticket to the future event. And of course, you get the replay with your presentation. And of course, how do we boost the professionalism in a virtual world? Well, the way we boost the professionalism is by using virtual backgrounds. I never go on a platform without one. And in most cases, I have my information on the virtual background because people are studying us when we're on their platforms if the information is there. I always say people are nosy. So I make sure my phone number, my email, my logo, of course, as well as my website is on the virtual backgrounds when I attend other people's events. And of course, virtual backgrounds allow us to look professional. I guess that's why Zoom put it there because it knew what we didn't know. And also as far as our speakers, it protects speakers when they are speaking and we don't have all those outside distractions that goes on behind us when we are on these platforms. Virtual background also enhances the engagement of the attendees. And of course, they protect you when you are again on other people's platform. Now, this is just a nugget. I'm gonna drop this on y'all for those of you who don't like doing videos or those of you who figure you don't know what to say when you're doing videos. This is, and I'm not an affiliate of this. I'm just giving y'all a nugget. I've been using this system application for years because there are times I want my videos to be professionally done, and I don't just want to do them impromptu. I want what I have to say to be specific. And Big View it's called BigView.tv, and this is an awesome app, under $200 for the whole year, and it's a professional teleprompter. It also allows you, when you do that video, you can post it straight up to social media, all your platforms that you're on. It also allows you to add music to it, and you can also add video clips, little pictures and things. So, I mean, you can really have a lot of fun with this app. And it allows you to look straight at the camera when you're talking, and that's what I'm doing here. And you can also use it from your desktop as well as your smartphone. And if I can use something from my desktop, that's a bonus for me. This app also allows you, as you can see, to do word captions. And ladies and gentlemen, I know you all have heard this, that videos is 85% conversion rate over document as well as over just content, regular content. So y'all can write that link down and check it out. Video is queen, ladies and gentlemen. And lastly, it allows you to add your brand colors and your logo. Let's talk about video streaming, going live. How many of y'all ever went live? Wave your hand if you ever went live. Facebook, LinkedIn, just on your camera. Okay, well, live video streaming is just as good as video itself, and going live is even better. Again, we're trying to reach as many people as possible, and people love videos. Video streaming is awesome, and it's good if you don't know how to do it. It's good if you learn how to do it. I always tell people, I don't have to go out. I don't have to get dressed up to go out and do. I don't have to get dressed up to go out to do videos. I do videos when I'm already out, and that's a bonus. And we really want to know how to do videos if we get stopped by the cop. How about that? Now, monetizing your time. A lot of people say, I don't know, I don't have time to be on social media. How do you do it? Do you ever sleep? Well, I get all those questions, but yes, I sleep very well. But one thing I do is take advantage of all of these opportunities that I'm going to present to you. When I'm in an airplane, when I'm traveling, that's my time. What is it? It's free. It's free. Internet is free. Uber, that's my time. I don't have to drive. My hands are not on the wheel. Oh, we ain't gonna talk about taking pictures when we at dinner. Everybody knew about that. Some people think it's ridiculous, but guess what? The audience like that. They like it when you let them in your world. And of course, cruising just came off of an 8-day cruise. That's my time. And I take my network with me. And when I come back, they say, oh, I really enjoyed the trip. And also in the tub. Sometimes I know I'm gonna be in there for a while. So I have to have that stylus pen because I am going to be using social media, just depending on what I have to do, or who I want to reach, or what I want you to say. And then, of course, ladies and gentlemen, I said it, the John. I said it, the John. Yep, it happens. It happens. And it's good because sometimes we just sitting there chilling, just chilling. So why not use social media? Testimonials are always good for everything that we do. We all want testimonials. We all want someone to say something good about us. Trish Carr, one of my co-founders of WPN, she says, because of speaking at multiple events with Unity and Service, we have added hundreds to our database and mailing list and dozens of new paying clients. And I'm going to drop their link in the chat. It's a free membership. You can come and check that organization out. They've been around for years. And like I said, if it were not for Women's Prosperity Network, I would not be who I am today as an entrepreneur. Tom Gay, some of you know him. He's the founder of the Chat Bridge Connect. And Tom Gay says, let me first say, well done with your Unity and Service event on Saturday. I speak at a good number of events and summits, and yours was so well organized. Ladies and gentlemen, we give you value. We love you. We care about you. We want you to look good just like we want to look good. And we probably give away more than we keep. Products and services that Unity and Service provides, public speaking opportunities, podcasts. We do podcast interviews, social media marketing for those who do not like to push their own events or content, as well as the WPN membership, which I mentioned earlier. We also do affordable legal services, Chat Bridge Connect, and of course, if you're interested in adding the title Doctor to your name, I can make that connection for you as well. And of course, our authorship books that we have taken part in, as well as my international best-selling author book, which is In-Person and Virtual Events That Rock, 21st Century Tips, Strategies, and Processes. And lastly, we have our upcoming event, which I've already put in the chat. And ladies and gentlemen, lastly but not least, we are going to step outside of our box and we are going to go back to in-person events starting in next year in October the 18th, 17th through the 18th. We will be going to Atlanta. And with that, I want to say thank you so much. And if you wanted to secure a spot for this, we'll give you, it's just a $200 deposit and that will hold your seat. And that's all I have for today. And in my closing, procrastination is the enemy to your success. I'm Dr. Patricia Rogers, visibility strategist, and I am the CEO of Unity and Service, where people need people. Thank you for allowing me to share.
Fantastic. Yay. That was a beautiful presentation and very informative. Thank you so much. And I want to wrap us up here before it gets to be 4 o'clock, because I know a lot of people have their, need to present. Only got a few slides here. Make sure you save Dr. Patricia Rogers information. These are upcoming speakers. We got Janet and Bob for Veterans Day, and then Tom Long, and no meeting for Thanksgiving. Anyways, if you see your face up there, make sure you're ready for your date, and we are wide open from January 20th on. Our inspirational thought today is not showing up. Let's try that again. Okay, hang on. If I hit escape, there it is. You can see it there. True heroism is remarkably sober, very undramatic. It's not the urge to surpass all others at whatever cost, but the urge to serve others at whatever cost. I saw that and thought, I really like that. Let me finish up here. Next Sunday is National Civic Pride Day. I hope everybody has either voted or goes out to vote tomorrow, so you can have pride as well. It's also National Forget-Me-Not Day. It reminds Americans of the sacrifice returning soldiers have made of body, blood, and limb. And you can go to National Day calendar to learn more about that. And then it's also, which you can't see here, is the Marine birthday and at the Marine Ball. Both my boys are going to that. And then, okay, Ruben, this is the joke I was telling you about. I really like this joke. It's not a United States joke, but why does the Norwegian Navy put barcodes on its ships? Now, I'm Norwegian, so why? Anybody have a guess? I told Ruben I had a really good joke I wanted to share. So that when they return to port, they can Scandinavian. Okay, anybody else Norwegian here? You can definitely appreciate that. And now announcements and testimonials. I believe Patricia has a meeting next week. Friday, is that correct? What, we can't hear you, you're muted.
I'm sorry, what was the question?
When is your next meeting?
The event is on December the 6th.
Oh,
but
okay.
Richard has events on Friday and Saturday.
Right.
So my event is on December 6th.
Okay, great. So make sure to make note of that. I want to thank everybody for coming. Did anybody have any announcements that they'd like to make? Richard, yes. Where's Richard? Oh, there you are.
Yeah, Dr. Patricia, could you just briefly share your military and after your military service, because there's so many veterans on here that should hear it.
Okay, I only did 12 years. I was in the, I don't know. I did 12 years, but I was in the middle in the reserves. I didn't do active duty. I only did the reserves. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I went in the military because I wanted to get away from home. I knew they was gonna feed me, give me a paycheck, they was gonna clothe me and take care of me. I was young, and so I didn't take advantage of all the benefits, the moving up in rank and all of that, because I just went in just for that purpose. But I'm gonna tell you something, what it did for me. I thank God I went in because of the benefits, and the reserves did not have benefits years at back then if you didn't do 180 days. So all the promotions I took on my job, I didn't get the 5 points and all of that stuff. But let me tell you what happened. Things changed. Talk about things changing. And they started, after, if you did 6 years or more, then they qualified me for the benefits. And today I'm living in a 5-bedroom home, 3-bathroom, 2-car garage, my childhood dream. And thank God for the military and those benefits, because it wouldn't happen. Woo, 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 woo. So with that, but I think, yeah, so with that, that's what I did in the military. And I was a medical specialist, and I loved working in the hospitals. We worked in white. Oh, look at Tate. Okay, Santa. We worked in whites. And the reason I did not do the 20 is because when all of those disasters started happening, they took our medical unit and they turned it into a field unit. So when it was time for me to ETS, I didn't re-enlist again because I didn't want to do the field thing. So that's my story. I'm sticking to it. But I love the fact that I am a veteran, and giving is just a part of everything. And giving just donations and things that come to the mail at home, I take pride in giving back because people need people. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
Thank you for your service. And I mean, even those who go into the service for the reasons of whatever benefits or any of that, it's still a huge decision that they make because they're putting their life on the line because they don't know what could happen. So that's why I thank everyone for their service, even those who may have to get out for medical reasons or whatever. So thank you. And thank you all for your service. Well, thank you all for coming. I hope nobody had any problems with getting in. Hopefully next week will be easy. And I feel like we had a great group here today. I'm going to stop the video, and I will try to get this posted when I can. Here we go. Everybody say bye.
Bye.